Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Reverend Vivian. And Reverend Vivian has this question. Reverend Vivian tells us that she has been watching videos from metaphysical authors and has recently encountered the idea that the chakras, rather than being natural energetic centers in the body, are in fact foreign elements that need to be removed in order for spiritual progress to be attained. And she would like to know if I've ever heard of this idea before and what I think of it. And the first thing I would say is, no, I've not heard that one before. That's a new one for me. Although I will say there are certain things it reminds me of, and we'll come to that. As to what I think of it, I think I would tend to dismiss it out of hand. And the reason I would dismiss it out of hand is that I've had many years of direct personal experience in working with chakras energetically, and I found it to be very, very positive and very helpful. Therefore, when someone suggests that it's not, I would look to my experience to make my decision. And again, my experience has been very positive and makes it rather impossible for me to wrap my mind around this theory that Reverend Vivian is asking about. Had I not had those experiences, and if you have not had those experiences, well, you might want to look farther and then judge based on what you find. But in my case, I've had the experiences and I tend to rely upon them. Now, I said that this reminded me of something. And a few years ago, I encountered a group of people who were basically coming out of the Christian dominionist movement that I often remark upon, which is not lacking in metaphysics, but their metaphysical take on things is usually directly opposite from the general metaphysical take, particularly of pagans. And this particular incident involved the idea of energetic constructs in the body. And we talk about this, I believe, in third degree. And sometimes we find energetic constructs in our energy system, which we have created in concert with our spirit guides, and sometimes brought forward from past lives. And these are something that can be worked with when one is working at a high level, and probably not even noticed until one is. Then they're usually there to help the energetics of a particular area that needs a little extra support. I did encounter, again, this Christian dominionist idea that all energetic constructs are negative and must be removed. And I would assume that this idea regarding the chakras is an outgrowth of that idea. And I'm not entirely surprised if these people are coming from a Christian dominionist point of view, that they would not be fond of the idea of chakras. But again, I would base my opinion on my experiences, which have been very positive in terms of chakras. And I can't really imagine any validity to the point of view that they are negative and even the possibility that they could be removed. I will say there is one possibility if I'm misunderstanding the question, and that is if what's actually being asked is whether negative energy that might be caught in the chakras must be removed, and of course I would agree with that. But from what Reverend Vivian said, I don't think that was the case. So, have I ever heard of this before? Well, in a manner of speaking, and do I think highly of it? No, I don't. I would, again, simply dismiss it as ridiculous. What I would like to see is what those people who are espousing this are like, because I would rather imagine that energetically they'd be a bit screwed up. And I'm reminded of many people that I've known in my life who come from traditions that don't practice grounding. And there are certain traditions that just frankly don't. And not only don't encourage it, but actively discourage grounding. And people in those traditions are often, as you would expect, extremely ungrounded, often in rather dangerous ways. I would expect the people espousing this point of view would be, again, energetically screwed up. But not having access to the video that was being remarked upon, I can only guess. So, those would be my thoughts on the subject. I hope you find them helpful. And until next time, may you blessed be. Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you for Pagans Tonight Radio. Pagans Tonight Radio is an online radio network with different hosts and different shows 7 nights a week. There's something for every taste, including Spanish language programming on Saturday evening. Check out paganstonight.com today.